Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel today. I hope you're all doing good. I'm back with another transfer video. Obviously, there has been a few bits of breaking news over the past few days with Eze. Obviously, there was Skelly signing a new deal. Mosquera, Christian Mosquera, if I pronounce that right. Arsenal are linked him too. So yeah, for me, it's definitely quite a few things to talk about today. So big up to everyone that will be joining me today. I do appreciate it. And like I said, I hope you're all good. Please do comment down below as well. Um, any questions you guys may have. And yeah, obviously, I want to start off talking about Eze because everyone knows me. When I've been speaking about it, knows that I would love to have Eze at Arsenal. I think that'd be a great signing. Obviously, Spurs are actually interested in Eze as well. So it might be a bit of a race to see which one of us will get him. I'm happy we're looking at Eze because I think he's definitely going to be a really good signing. I think it's great we're looking at him as someone to bring in to help us going forward. So yeah, for me, I'm really happy with the fact we're looking at the signing. Obviously, um, I don't think any bids have been put in yet. I think Arsenal just held talks with him. So yeah, I definitely think he would be happy to move on in his career. It would be 68 million, which I think is pretty decent. I mean, I think that's how much it's going to be these days anyway. Um, but for me personally, as I said many times, I think that'd be um, a good bit of business. I think he's definitely someone that's going to help us going into next season. I think we all know we've got Martinelli at the moment. Nothing's happened yet. Trossard we have, but I think we all know that we need a bit of a change on the left hand side, and he's really proven himself at Palace, and yeah, he's done such a terrific job. So for me, it would be a dream signing to have Eze. When you talk about it, I would love it to come true, but I just don't know if it would happen. Obviously, like I said, there's going to be other teams in the race to sign him for that. Um, but I'd like to think he would pick us over Spurs. So you just don't know. It's going to be an extremely difficult decision for him to make, for his next step in his career, because he's won the FA Cup with Palace. He's had a really good spell there, but it's up to him about what he wants to do next, in his career. So yeah, we'll definitely have to see what happens with Eze, but for me, I'm over the moon with that. I think it's great to see Arsenal are looking at him to bring him in. Obviously, like I said, Spurs will definitely want to give him all they want to do, and yeah, they'll make it very difficult. But yeah, right now, it's pretty much just in talks. There hasn't been anything further right now. But I think it's great that Arsenal, like I said, are wanting to bring him to Arsenal because I think he would fit in with us really well. I think he would be, perfect. I mean, him and Saka on the wing, and whoever we have up top would be great. So yeah, I think for me, it's going to be really exciting to see, if he does come to Arsenal, his potential going forward. But like I said, for me, I'm really, really delighted with this. I think it's going to be a really, really good move, and I think it's a good bit of business. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know Rodrigo's still in the conversation briefly. I mean, I think this is probably more realistic. I don't think that um, Rodrigo could happen. I think he's going to be more expensive as well. This is a lot cheaper, so I think we definitely have to think about the prices. But as I said, I'm quite happy with this, and I hope it can happen. Big up change. Eze or Rodrigo, which one is your favourite? Oh, that's a tough question. Um, I think if I had to pick and I was in charge, I would. This might sound crazy to people, but I would pick Eze just because um he's Premier League proven. He's been in the league for a while, and yeah, he knows how hard it is. At the highest level, how hard it can be. I mean, in the FA Cup, he did so well. The goals he scored and how incredible he was there. So I thought of Eze. I feel like he knows what it's like and he's got that experience. So as much as that might be a bit crazy to some people, it would be more of a risk bringing Rodrigo in, where Rodrigo is a fantastic player, and as much as he would be a big improvement for us, I think Eze exactly knows how the Premier League works. He knows all the cup competitions, and I think he deserves to play in Champions League football. So for me, with Eze, it wouldn't be much of a risk, to be honest with you, if we brought him in. So yeah, obviously I'd probably pick him, but if we got Rodrigo instead, I'm not gonna lie, I would be happy with that. I'd be happy with either of these options, but I think ultimately they're both gonna be very good players for Arsenal, whoever we do end up getting. So yeah, that is pretty much my answer. But yeah, I know that might be a tough one to answer really because I think they're both really good. Built for the Prem, right choice. Yeah, I think it's really difficult because I think, like I said, if we end up buying Rodrigo, be happy. If we bought Eze, be happy too. But I think Eze would be someone that, like we've all said, like a lot of you agree, he's been in the Premier League, he's been there for a while, and he can just the ability to score the goals that he can do out of nothing is so incredible, and I think he's exactly what we need. So that is my answer for that. As much as I would be very happy with either of them, I think that'd be the one that I'd pick. Yeah, built for the league, exactly. I think it's so hard because when you're in a different league, you might get. I feel as though when I'm looking at Sesko or Gokras, I think they get a lot more space in their league to score those type of goals, whereas in this league you don't get that type of space. It's very competitive in the league, so I think it's different in the Premier League. It's very competitive, but I think I'd probably pick Eze if I had to. Big up Mutza, hope you're good. He's electric, gets into great areas. Yeah, he does, and I think that's probably his greatest quality is that, like I would say, he's so fast. His pace is incredible, and I just think on the wing he would really cause a lot of teams a lot of problems. And I think, obviously, like I said, I'm really happy Arsenal are looking at bringing him in. I think it's a really good bit of business, and I think like I do love Premier League proven players. I mean, of course, it's good to buy players out of different leagues, but I think it's probably wise to bring players in from the Premier League because we know they can adapt really well to the league. So yeah, for me, I probably would. Eze would be my ideal signing on the wing. I mean, I know I've spoken about a few other players, but yeah, I'm happy Arsenal are in talks. I think we just need to get this done. I'll be honest, I know you look at Tottenham and you might think they've got a new manager, they've got going through a new process. But I think if he came to Arsenal and we brought a striker in, I would say he's probably guaranteed to get us silverware or we could win something with him. So yeah, I think for me, like I said, I'd be really happy with this. Let me just big up everyone as well that's watching. Just want to go through your comments. Big up Ravi, big up Sophie, smash the likes and subscribe. Thank you so much, Ravi. Good to see you in here. Hope you're good. Um, watched Rodrigo last night. The difference between him and Vinny is stark. Yeah, I mean, I think they're both very good players. I mean, it's so difficult because like when you're in the Premier League, you just don't know how these players are going to do. I mean, it looks like we could get Gokras, but he might not. He might struggle in the Premier League. So these are definitely important factors to consider. If we were going to get Rodrigo, but yeah, it's a different league. It's very different. So, but like I said, if we got Rodrigo, I'm not going to complain. I think that'd be great. But I think Eze is probably cheaper as well. So obviously Rodrigo would be about 77 million, and whereas Eze is only 68. So yeah, I think it would be good. This Christian Musaka doesn't seem like an exciting sign. Yeah, I would say yeah. I've seen that links. I mean, I'm going to speak about it today, but I think we don't. I mean, I think it's good for squad depth, but I don't think bringing in a defender is going to excite us too much because we sort of know we have a lot of defense already. So yeah, it doesn't excite me either. I'm not gonna lie because I think we all know we want that striker. We want to see that striker being announced. I mean, there's been a lot of business going behind the scenes, and there's quite a few signings that have already been done that haven't been announced. But I do agree. I am pretty much tired of it and waiting for it all to be announced. Really. But yeah, I think that's a completely fair point. And I'm not really excited. Um, Rodrigo ain't soft. He can adapt. Look at Kai. Put other words. Yes, physics is insane. Yeah, I'm sure if Rodrigo did come, he would adapt and he would do really well, but we just don't know. That's just the reality that it is now. Eze, Eze and Saka would be incredible pair. Oh my god, they would. Imagine them on the wing. That would be a dream. That really would be like a dream signing, and that would be a dream pair of wingers to have. But yeah, I think it feels like a dream. Though when I'm talking about Eze, it doesn't feel like it's gonna happen. I'm just pinching myself. Like, is this real? Are we really gonna get him? But yeah, obviously I'd be very happy with him. He can't go to Tottenham. Yeah, I don't think he would really, but I know Tottenham have according to reports and stuff. I know Tottenham have had a bit of interest in him, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But I would generally be heartbroken if he went to Spurs because Arsenal have had a chance and they've not taken it if it does happen. So if you don't worry about Tottenham, Arsenal need to be serious players. Won't wait around. Yeah. Um, Rodrigo is not feeling Madrid vibes yesterday. He wasn't in the game. Yeah, I think he'd be happy with a move. To be fair, we because we just strike. Yeah, I think the problem that we're having right now is that if we had have signed a striker already, and we've obviously brought in a backup defender, a midfielder, I think we could all be excited. But because we've not got the striker done. Nothing right now feels too exciting. Like the Nordegaard one doesn't feel probably as much as exciting because Party's leaving. So yeah, it does feel quite difficult, doesn't it? Because we've not got the players that we currently need. So yeah, I think we need to get a striker done so we can all relax and get that excitement back. But yeah, obviously Eze would be incredible. I'd be so happy with Eze. Um, he was in the academy, but we let him go. Yeah, that was that was our biggest mistake, wasn't it? Letting him go. But listen, Eze's obviously um Eze's gone out and really proven himself. During his time at Palace as well, he's done such a great job. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I've wanted him for quite a few years, not just this year. Um, yeah, I think he's really needed his time to prove himself, and like I said, I think if he's coming to Arsenal, like he gets in his first team for sure. I mean, I think with on the left, we all know that is probably a bit of our weakness, and that is a position that needs to improve. I mean, Martinelli and Trossard, I think I'd be happy if they both stay. They can both stay if they want to, but I think Trossard for me, I'd probably like to keep. I mean, Martinelli, I feel like he's not finished yet, so I think Eze for me, he's not going to come just on the bench, so he's going to really want to play and get that game to improve himself. So, but yeah, I think it's really exciting to see. Yeah, hopefully he can come to Arsenal. Um, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I've not known much about him either. To be fair, you know, I think because Mark Guehi is going to Liverpool, Arsenal are looking at their options because Arsenal wanted Mark Guehi to come in and be that backup, that squad player, but because he doesn't want to do that and he wants to be a starter, it's going to Liverpool, which I think is fair enough. I think it's pretty fair enough if he just want to be on the bench, and you can't blame him. But I think for us, it's a big loss with Mark Guehi. So I think Arsenal are pretty much wanting to bring a backup defender, a backup squad player, maybe. When the likes of Saliba, Gabriel can't play, he can step in. So, yeah, I think that's what Arsenal are doing right now. I see people saying Nordegaard is a downgrade. I remember somebody put a 51 bid, got rejected, so it's Spurs fan. I think the problem that we have is because Partey's leaving and Nordegaard's probably going to come in and be maybe a squad player. I mean, I'm pretty sure Mendy, Rice, Odegaard's going to be that midfield, but I think because Partey's leaving, it's such a big loss. This probably feels to some people like a downgrade. I'm not judging him yet. I want to see until he's actually came in, had his time at Arsenal, because I know people have made an opinion on him already. So for me, I'm going to see what happens with him. But yeah, I think we just need to get the business done, really. Sophie, you don't want to turn up to Turf Moor with no striker. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when the striker will be announced, to be honest with you guys. I know the Gokras one it seemed more likely to happen over Sesko. I think the Sesko one's pretty much done now, especially because of the release clause. But it's so hard to know right now what is actually happening because Arsenal, you hear everything every day, don't you? But yeah, with the striker situation, we do need to get that sorted. Things need to happen a lot quicker, really, than what has been happening. So yeah, for me, I'm going to have to, obviously, I'll update you guys when it happens, but I do completely agree with you all. It does have to happen pretty soon. We do need to bring that striker in. It's a real shame that nothing's really happened yet. The striker should have been the first signing for me, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, 31-year-old old Nordegaard is not a needle mover. I think there's no old players can definitely still add experience and help the team, but I do think it's a big factor because he's not a young player anymore. He's a lot older, so yeah, I do. our midfield's going to be interesting next year without Partey. I think we're going to really miss Partey for sure. Big up Mutsa. I know we'd be selling him for the left, but you'd be pleasantly surprised if you compare his attacking and defending stats versus Odegaard. Yeah, I think he could probably play in that attacking position for sure. There's no saying that he can't do that, especially with Odegaard having such a poor sort of season than we usually seen from him. So maybe Odegaard might have a bit of competition. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Eze in a few different positions. I think he's that type of player that can probably play in a few different areas, which I think is a great quality to have. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. Hope we can get Eze. Let me just go back up. So, if Steve Mendy can't do it in the Premier League, then what on earth do we do Partey on because Odegaard's not good enough for a big club? I think, it's a good point because with Steve Mendy, let's be honest, he has been hyped up. I do think he's a good player, but as you said, he might struggle in the league, and if he does, then we are in big trouble. And that is what I worry about us next season because we're sort of trying to improve one area of the team. I mean, I've noticed that Arsenal are definitely trying to improve the attack. But then if you look at midfield, if it really struggles next season with Partey, like you said, we are going to be in big trouble. We are going to really struggle because as much as we've got to improve the attack, the midfield is quite important for the attack to thrive. So yeah, that is a big concern. Obviously, with Nordegaard, I don't really know how he will do at Arsenal. I know he's got Premier League experience. I know he's a lot older, but I just hope he can come in and just do a really good job. But it's so hard to tell at this moment in time. But yeah, it's a great point. I just want to go through some Arsenal questions. We actually fly out of the pre-season July the 19th. We're actually running out of time. Yeah, we don't have enough time. We are running out of time. I think it's a bit of a problem, really, isn't it? Because, as I've said quite a few times, you do want your striker to be there. You want all your players, well, most of your players to be there for the pre-season games because it does really prepare you for the season. I know with the pre-season games, it's not the end of the world if you lose, but it's a big factor. It does really help you prepare for the season coming up. So that something I'm worried about as well, that we wouldn't have all of our players for that. So yeah, I do completely agree. Yeah, I've got a lot of questions here. I just want to try and go through. I think it's going to be really interesting how we are going to do with midfield. A lot of people here. Listen, someone's happy with Nordegaard. Can't Nordegaard, but Partey leaving. Nordegaard is actually costing us more than giving Partey what he wants. I think with Partey thing, because we don't know what has happened. I mean, with Partey, I think we are all under the impression that he isn't happy with his wages and he wants more money. And listen, we don't know how much more money he wants. I mean, my personal view is that he gets paid enough as it is, and he should be quite happy with that. Everyone will have a different opinion on that, but that's just my opinion. I know certain other players. Listen, I think a lot of Arsenal players get paid way too much. I really do believe that, and some players will get more money than Partey does, and Partey has been a really big player for us last season, so I get he might be frustrated about that. And with Partey as well, he was probably not going to start all the time either, so maybe he's thinking to himself, "I'm not going to get regular game time either." So yeah, he's definitely leaving for sure, and we've got to really figure out how we go forward without him. But that said, the preseason will definitely be a big factor of how we're going to do that. But yeah, we do have to start off well. We have to start off the season where we have a big game against United away, and that's going to be a really big test for us. But I'm just hoping that we can just do a really good job. Um, Partey wants a pay rise to convince him because Gabriel Jesus makes more than him and he can't stay fit. Yeah, I do think that is crazy if you think about it. With the wages, I mean, Jesus obviously hasn't played. I don't remember. He definitely played much of last season with his injury. He was out for a very long time, so I would obviously completely understand his frustration. If you see more people get paid more than he is, but I still think he gets paid enough anyway. But yeah, I think we just have to really see how we're going to do that party. I think we're going to really struggle because I remember there was one game last season where he wasn't there and it was like a Champions League game, and I thought we are a lot different without Partey. We are really struggling without him. Um, so yeah, that was really telling, and I think we're going to really struggle without him. So yeah, we're going to have to just see how we can get on without him really, and hope that the replacements that we have brought in are going to help us and do the right thing for us. So if you do think Tim will leave as he's not happy how Arteta played him, I didn't actually hear what he said, to be honest with you, so I can't comment on what he said. But no, I don't think he'll leave. I think he'll um stay here for a while. Let me know what Timber said, because I didn't actually watch that interview or hear that interview. For God's sake, with Kai, who isn't good enough, 285 a week, Partey's good enough, give him what he wants. I think it is a lot of money, if we are being honest. I mean, Havertz, I think I've said this many times, I think Havertz has got to have a big season ahead. Um, I don't, I think Arteta probably will start him, and I think Arteta likes him, but I think with Havertz, I mean, if we bring in a striker, then I'd probably start a striker, because that's what we brought them for. I mean, I'm hoping when we're playing United away, we'll have got a striker. I mean, we just don't know at this point, if we've got a striker at that point. So I just don't know when we're going to buy a striker. I do think we will buy a striker, but I just don't know when that will happen. But I think that's obviously a big problem that we're facing with the striker, because Liverpool are doing a lot of business and we're not doing as much. So yeah, it does make it a lot more difficult for us, to be honest with you. Big up everyone. Yeah, PSG. I remember that game. Yeah, I just want to go through some comments. I'm trying to go through. I think I missed this one actually. Victor Acquez Rodrigo Eze gives a chance without them 3 seasons over before. Yeah, get that. I completely get that. This is a really interesting one. I would trade Odegaard for Eze. Odegaard's not good enough. Yeah, I think I mean, it's difficult. Everyone has a different view on a captain. I'll be honest with you. I think, other than last season, I think he's done really good. I think he'd been scoring goals. He'd been creating those chances that we needed him. And I think, for me personally, I do think Odegaard had been doing really good these last few seasons. I just think up until now he's been struggling. Um, my personal view is I'd give Odegaard. I want to see what it's going to be like next season. Because players do dip in and out of form, and that happens. So, Odegaard didn't have a great season. But I think with the captain, I mean, you look at the players that we have now. I mean, I think there's quite a few other captains that I probably would have picked over Odegaard. Um, I think for me, obviously, at the time, Tierney, Gabriel's always been one that I would have put as a captain. Obviously, Declan Rice would be a great captain too, but obviously right now I don't think Odegaard's captaincy is going to change, and I think it would be quite disruptive if he did get his captaincy taken off him. But at the end of the day, like, he wasn't my first choice captain, and I don't think he probably would be. But I think he's quite a calm person, so I feel like that is kind of a good thing, because I think we have had quite a lot of heated players in the past. I think he's got a calm presence about him, which I think is great. But he had been, in all fairness, Odegaard has actually been doing his talking on the pitch. I think last season he's just really struggled, and I think this season I want to see what he can bring to the team. But obviously, you do look at captains that we've had in the past, you wouldn't really compare to that right now. And I think a lot of it is about winning stuff. So yeah, there's definitely we've got quite a few leaders around the team that we could give the captaincy to, but I probably wouldn't do it right now, if I'm being completely honest. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with us build out the squad, but I'm worried about the attack. Yeah, I think I'm a bit worried about the attack. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do. I just don't know what you have in mind. So I think it's gonna be really interesting to see what does happen going into next season. But I do think we need to really get quite a few attacking players to improve the squad. We got Rude on start. Who would you sell? A great question. I mean, I do think squad depth's important, so I'd probably keep quite a few players, but I'd get rid of Zinchenko personally. I think Zinchenko needs to move on, but my problem with Zinchenko is that how much money can we get for him? I probably want 20-25 million for him, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just not sure that would happen for us. Who else should I get rid of? Kivior, I'll be honest, I'd probably keep Kivior for squad depth and as a bit of rotation. I mean, when Gabriel wasn't in, he did a great job, so I'd probably keep Kivior. I do think Jesus needs to go. I think that needs to be moved on soon. trying to think who else. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Trossard and Martinelli. I know Martinelli has been rumoured a lot to leave Arsenal. I know Bayern Munich have been interested in him. I think if the money came, then maybe we should take it for Martinelli. But I do really think we should keep Martinelli or Trossard. I think we need to keep one of them. Um, as our trust in a heartbeat, fair enough. I mean, I like Trossard. I think he could be a good bench player. I think he's someone that can come off the bench and make an impact. So, yeah, let me just go for your questions. Be with everyone that's in this. I really appreciate that. I am sorry he has to hold to the standards of Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams, Odegaard. Can't handle the armband. I mean, I think he's just had one poor season, and I want to see how it goes. So I think for me, it's going to be interesting to see, if he does keep the captain. But I do agree. I think Rice would be a great captain. I think he does his talking on the pitch, and I think he's, for England as well, for West Ham when he was there, he always shown those leadership qualities. So yeah, I definitely think he would make a great captain as well. Um, why would Timber or any other player want to risk being forced to play for injuries and risk, cutting their careers? Exactly. I mean, especially he had an ACL injury, which is probably one of the worst injuries to get. So I think I think for me, that's obviously a real shame for him. I would sell Gabriel Martinelli, Trossard, Cine, Gabriel Jesus, Tommy Vieira, Sambi, Kivior. I'd keep Kivior. I'd actually agree with quite a lot on that list, to be honest with you. I would probably keep Trossard and Martinelli as a. I think we need squad players. I think we need rotation. I think maybe one of Martinelli, Trossard should leave. I don't know really which one. Maybe we could get more from Martinelli. Um, yeah, I think Tomiyasu, I don't know if we'd get much money for him. I mean, Tomiyasu isn't back till the winter, I'm pretty sure. So he's obviously, I think he needs to move on. He's not, you can't rely on him. You need players that you can rely on. Um, yeah, Vieira, Lokonga, they need to go. Yeah, they're just not good enough, really, are they? I think that's a completely. Yeah, I agree. I think he definitely earned the stripes. I think he's definitely earned his right to stay another season or stay a bit longer. I think with Mark Guehi, I don't think he's coming to Arsenal because he wants to be a starter, and at Arsenal he won't be a starter. So that's obviously why he's going to Liverpool. Um, what another keep? Yeah, I think we need to keep one for squad rotation. Um, yeah, so pretty much keep sending your questions in. I'm going to keep talking about Arsenal. I wanted obviously to mention Lewis Skelly as well, which I think is really great news. Him signing a new deal. I mean, I did a video the other week talking about him. Um, Madrid were interested in him in the future, him maybe going, but yeah, it looks like he wants to stay at Arsenal till 2030, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, for me, I think that is obviously really great news to hear. I mean, Gabriel signed his deal; he's here 2030, so is Lewis Skelly. So yeah, for me, I'm personally really happy with some of these players extending their contracts. I mean, I know there's a few other players that haven't extended theirs, and I'm pretty sure some of our players I think Saliba's might be 2027, something like that. So I feel like with some of these players, they're okay for now, but I do worry about their future, if I'm being honest, because I think it's going to be incredibly hard to keep some of these players if we're not going to win any trophies. But right now, obviously, I'm really, really happy that he's staying here at Arsenal. I think you can really see he's really happy here. And yeah, he's obviously had an incredible season with us, and I'm really happy to see and see how good he's doing and settle in. And I do wonder next season though, would we see Lewis Skelly in the midfield possibly? I mean, I think I think he'd do good midfield. I know he's been at left back for a lot of it, but yeah, I do think that he would do a really good job there. But obviously, whatever he plays, Lewis Skelly will always give everything for this club, and I think that's a great quality to have. And like I said, he seems really happy here. Yeah, he obviously reflected on his time and said he's so happy and proud. And he says, he said he knows these words are simple, but I think they sum up how he's feeling to this club. I'm a fan, and it's like a great dream come true. So I think it's nice to know that he's obviously, living out the dream with every Arsenal fan and doing what he loves. And yeah, I just think he's done incredible to be a starter at Arsenal coming through the academy. And I think Lewis Skelly's someone that is so consistent, most of the time is going to give you a solid 8 out of 10 performance or even better than that. So yeah, for me, Lewis Skelly, I just wanted to briefly speak about that. I know that was announced yesterday, but I didn't have a chance to do a video. But I just wanted to say that I'm really happy that Lewis Skelly is here, because you know what, when you are performing well, when you are a really good player, there are going to be clubs that do want you, like Madrid. I mean, Madrid are incredible, and they will want, I'm pretty sure they still want Saliba, but I think they want, they do want to go after your best players. So I think that's obviously a problem that we might have in the future with Saliba, but for now, I don't think we need to worry. So yeah, happy obviously Lewis Skelly is staying. I think that's the news we all wanted to hear. We just wanted to go through some of these. Speaking of Lewis Skelly, I honestly believe he could be another Ashley Cole. We have to get him. Yeah, I think. I mean, obviously, I'd hope that wouldn't happen, but possibly if we don't win stuff, it might happen. And to be honest with you, I never blame anyone for leaving to win stuff if we're not winning stuff ourselves. So if they want to leave and in the future and win stuff, I can't argue with that. It's fair enough, because it happens. It's happened so many times to Arsenal, but yeah. I just want to, yeah, Sleep and Saka 2027. Yeah, I mean, for now we don't need to worry about them too. I'll be honest with you. Out of all the players that I worry about the most is Saliba. I believe he's happy at Arsenal, but I believe if we don't win stuff, maybe in a year or two, then he is going to be off. And I'll be honest with you, if we do not win anything next season or the season after, I have no words. That would be shocking for me. Um, Arteta does have to win something next season for sure. I mean, we should have won stuff sooner, but it is what it is, and we just have to go next season and win stuff. So yeah, I really hope that we can. As in Gokras Pep signing chef for me. It would be a great signing for me. I'd be happy with them both for sure. Big up yourself. Question for everyone: if Arteta doesn't win anything next season, would you sack him? Because for me, no trophies in 6 years, he has to go at that point. Yeah, I can't argue with that point. I mean, I've wanted to give Arteta time, because I think he deserved time. I mean, I know you look at Emery, he got us to a final, a Europa League final. I know we lost it, and the dressing room was a bit of a mess, but you know, Arteta did win us an FA Cup, which probably bought him a lot of time. But I think with Arteta, he has progressed. But for me, my opinion on success is different to everyone else's opinion. My opinion of success is actually winning stuff. So for me, if we don't win anything next season, then I can't argue. I'm not. I'll never obviously be say Arteta out, or I'd never get any banners. But I don't think I could be back. I don't think I could back him. My opinion on Arteta right now is that I'm not sure he could win us a league title. I think Arteta probably could win us an FA Cup. And I'll be honest with you. I think if we could win an FA Cup next season and go down to the wire, with Liverpool and Man City, then yeah, I'll be very happy with that. But yeah, we do have to start winning stuff. But yeah. I do agree. A great question. If anyone wants to answer that, please do. As that was asked for everyone. Yeah, I think obviously Arteta being here for a while, he has progressed for sure. I mean, I was very happy getting to that semi-final with the Champions League. I know we couldn't get to that final, and PSG are great, but I think I can definitely say we have progressed, and we have made quite a bit of improvements. But I think we definitely need to see a bit more for sure, and we need to win stuff and get over that line, and that's what we need to happen. So yeah, obviously I mentioned before Arsenal are interested in the Valencia defender Mosquera. Obviously I'll be honest with you, I don't know too much about him, but um, he is 21, and Madrid are also interested in him, which I think is quite interesting. But I like a lot of us. I don't feel excited about this because we haven't brought a striker in. If we'd have brought in, say we've got in Eze and we've got in Gyökeres, I'd probably say to you, this won't be a bad signing, because I think obviously squad depth is going to be important. I mean, I don't know if Kivior is staying. Obviously, right now I'm not too sure his situation, because he could be sort of replacing Kivior's position. But obviously for me, um, I do think we need to have squad depth. But yeah, I do think we need to bring quite a few attackers, to be honest with you. So obviously for me, this probably doesn't excite me too much right now. Um, but yeah, I do think we'll have to see with him if we are going to sign him. Not like I said, with him, nothing has been not been any bids, nothing's really happened. But I think obviously Arsenal are interested in him. I think Arsenal are trying to do things cheap this season. Obviously I think it would be 16 million for him, which is cheap, but I think we need to just. I think Arsenal are probably going to spend a lot of money on a striker and an attacker, and that's probably why we're not really doing much right now. But I think we do need to um get cover if Kivior's going, but I mean, this could mean Kivior's going. I don't know. I mean, I definitely want to keep Kivior. We know he can do really well in the league, but obviously we've not seen enough of it right now. And yeah, it'd be a real shame if Kivior went, but it is what it is. I just want to read out this. If we buy strikers and they score loads, get us and get beaten in the cup final, there's a possibility of keep him even though not winning a trophy. If we crash at Odos, then the heat's on. I mean, I just think we have to win something. There can't be any excuses. And I'm not saying it's all on Arteta. The players are out there and they have to take responsibility, but we do have to win something. Look at the Arsenal lady sacked the manager 7 months later, Champions League win. So there's even more case to sack him. Do you know what I will say is Jonas actually walked. I don't think we didn't sack him. I'm pretty sure he just left. I guess it probably was a mutual thing, but he did actually just leave. I don't think Arsenal would have sacked him, if I'm being honest. I don't think it would have happened. But yeah, obviously I'm pretty sure Jonas just left. And let's be honest, we obviously lucky to have someone as good as Rene. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he didn't sack him. I'm pretty sure he just left because he wanted to leave in the best way. But still, the women's team are doing great. Big up yourself. You got roast beef. Hope you're good. Him winning enough of the season. I take one trophy from a possible 26 from big club. That's never. Yeah, I think we can all agree that it's not really good enough that we've not won anything for a long time for the men's team. I mean, I love an FA Cup. I love those type of trophies. I mean, I love many trophies, but I think that's something that we have to win. League Cups for me, I'd like to win. I mean, I'd personally love us to take it, down to the wire and go for it against Liverpool the last week at Man City. So I think that that's something that I really want us to do, but I'm obviously not sure we can do that next season. Just depending on who we do bring in. But yeah, hopefully we can definitely bring in the right signings. Fans need to match expectations with the owners or forever be disappointed. They don't care about trophies. They want a stable ship and Arteta delivers that. I think it's really difficult, isn't it? Because I can't agree. I can't disagree. I mean, I think we've been close quite a few times to winning the league. I mean, I think we've got there twice. I'd say twice with Arteta. We've really got that close to winning it. But I think it's a real shame, isn't it? Because we just haven't been close enough. So yeah, I think for me it's a real tough one to take for Arteta because there's a lot of people that do love him. There's a lot of people that think he should go. I'm personally in the middle. I see good things. I also see things that aren't working with him. But yeah, I completely agree. I think winning the cup next season's got to be a must. I think we've got to go there and just win something special next season. I think the team deserve it, and like we said, I think we're going to start losing some of our best players if we don't do that. So I'm with you. I think that's got to be a must for us next season if we really want to have a successful season. If Arteta wants to keep his job, I think he's got to deliver. But also, like you said, with the owners, that probably what I think should happen and what you think should happen might not happen. Because the owners probably it's probably easier for them if Arteta does stay. Arteta has to improve. He was found out tactically in the Champions League by PSG. Yeah, I definitely think we really struggled in that game. I mean, I do agree. I mean, listen, there'll be times where he's tactically outclassed some incredible managers, but like we said, he's also been tactically found out as well by other great managers. And I think that's a big problem, really, especially at the biggest stage. I mean, winning a Champions League semi-final, you're about to go to a final. You do really need the manager to get it right. I think my biggest sort of concern that I have is that I don't think we have a plan B. I mean, if things aren't going right, I mean, for example, we all probably know the starting 11 that will play, and if it isn't going right, I don't think Arteta. has what it takes to know what to do after a plan, know what to do for a plan B. I mean, for example, like why not throw Zinchenko on in midfield? Why not change it up, put players in a different position? I mean, Arteta does always like playing at right back, party at right back. I know that's not ever going to happen again, thankfully, but I think Arteta is a great manager, but I think he can be quite rigid and he likes what he likes. And I think sometimes he needs to break out of that habit of things because I mean, as fans, I mean, I'm not an expert, of course, but I am a fan and I see what I see, and I think we all probably think certain things don't work well, but he continues to do it anyway. So that's probably my biggest thing with Arteta. But I do like Arteta, but I think, as we've all said, time is running out for him. Um, do you think? Great question. Sorry. Do you think he'll make the necessary improvements? I think um, his way of doing things won't change. I mean, I think he has certain things that he does that he sticks with, but I think that won't change. But like I said, I mean, I think if we'd have had a striker in that PSG game, I think we would have had a better chance of maybe winning. I mean, we had a great spell in that second leg. I'd say for a good 20 minutes against them, and if we'd had a striker, we could have. I think we could have been 1 or 2-0 up, I'll be honest with you. But obviously, these are all these are all what if moments, so these won't always come true, and we'll never know what would have happened. But obviously, we can always think about that. But yeah, I think hopefully we can get a next step further next season, get to a final. Obviously, a Champions League final would be magical, but yeah, I don't think we're there. I don't think we were ready yet last season. I think we didn't. I don't think we had the right tools to get to that final. We didn't have the right players really. Um, Arteta has done a lot of good, but for the club, no one can argue that. But if you can't win trophies, he's not good enough at a big club. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think that I think no one can ever argue that he's definitely taken us to um, a better level. I mean, when Emery was here, Emery had to do such a difficult job, and to be honest with you, to get that team to that final was a miracle because that really was a mess. That the team we had then, the dressing room, because Wenger was there for a long time, and for him to get us fourth with that team really was quite a good job. But Emery, yeah, it wasn't to be with Emery, but I think it's a difficult one. This is just answering the question. I would want either Luis Enrique. Yeah, I think I'd be happy with him. The problem that I have is that it's hard to fit into this team. Which manager would fit into this team, like with the dressing room? Because Arteta hasn't had many big players, big game like with big attitude players. So I think um we could do with maybe a change if it comes down to it at the end of the season. But obviously, right now, I'm willing to see what happens. I'm willing to, yeah, ride the wave a bit of Arteta to see. I want him to be in the right place this summer. I want him to get it right next season. So me, and personally excited to see what happens. Um, I'll tell you what, PSG had a world class goalkeeper in form. Yeah, their goalkeeper was very good, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think Raya's great as well. I think Raya's definitely learning as well. I think he's not been at Arsenal for ages. He's settled in now, which is obviously great. So I think for him, he's definitely in that period now of getting used to this team and everything. But um, yeah, I think for me, yeah, that PSG goalkeeper is fantastic. I won't lie, he's done a really good job. 16 likes. Yeah, big up to everyone who has liked my video. I do really appreciate it. I really appreciate you all watching this as well. If you're obviously watching this right now, do smash that likes for me. And yeah, do subscribe here, guys, if you are new. And don't forget to drop in any questions you guys have. Because yeah, I'm happy to sort of now do a pretty much a Q&A type of video. Like I like to end it with this. I'll be on here for a little bit longer, don't worry, guys. But yeah, I do enjoy doing these. However, I fully believe Emery would have done the same job as Arteta if he was given the time. I think Emery never got the backing or the money Arteta got, but I don't believe that Emery was ever going to be the right guy for the job. Um, I never felt that. I never felt with Emery that he got the connection with Arsenal, and that's not anything personal. I think I truly believe Arteta understands Arsenal and gets the connection, but I think with Emery, I just think that it was a very big job, and maybe it was too much of a big job for him. I mean, so I think that like I said, I don't think none of us ever have any hard feelings with Emery, but I do think there was probably a problem with the language barrier possibly as well. I think I think he had a lot of criticism, and I think that's really difficult. But yeah, he never got the back. He never got enough time. Maybe if he got the back in, or if he got more time, things would have been different. But I do believe Emery. I do really believe he lost the dressing room. That's something that I can really say to you guys with him. Um, there has been times where Tatra in the past where I felt like he lost the dressing room a bit, but I definitely think the players are playing fair. I just don't think we have the right tools. I think we need to bring. We all know what we need to bring in. I mean, I know that we need quite a few attackers. So, um, Lewis Enrique is the perfect man for the job, and in his own words, I would love to work in England one day. Yeah, I definitely think it could happen for him. But obviously, I don't know if the owners would bring in a manager at that level. I'm not sure. Yeah, but obviously, with Emery, it's a real shame. Emery never got a single player he wanted. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure didn't Emery want Zaha when he was at Crystal Palace, and then didn't he get like Pepe? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Let me know if I was wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's like that. But yeah, I think if Emery would have got the right players, then he probably would have left us in a better place. I mean, I still don't believe Emery would have been the right manager for us. I don't think we could have ever won a title with Emery, but obviously we don't know. Um, how could Arteta not have the right tools when he's been given 36 players? No, what I mean by that is, I don't think those players have been the right tools for us, because we would have won the league by now if they had been the right tools. I mean, we'd never replaced Aubameyang, did we, either? So I personally think we got it wrong last summer. I think last summer we should have brought in a striker, and we didn't. I mean, everyone will have their own opinion, but obviously Calafiori came in, Mourinho came in, and obviously Raya. Pretty sure that was Raya as well. So I think for me, I think Arteta, Edu at the time, I think they got it wrong. I mean, Arteta's had plenty of times now with his own players, but I think with the tools that he has, I don't think he's brought in the right players at times. I think we've needed a striker a very long time, and we haven't had that. And I think that's a big problem. And on the left as well, we have needed some improvement on the left. I know we got Sterling last summer, but that was definitely a panic buy for me. That wasn't a good decision from the club at all, because it hasn't worked out. He didn't get us any goals in the league. He didn't start, and he proved not to be good enough. So yeah, for me, I just think that it's just a real shame it hasn't worked out. But yeah, with Arteta, we'll have to say. Emery wanted Zaha, got Pepe. Emery wanted Partey, got Lucas Torreira. Emery wanted Gabriel. Yeah, he didn't get what he wanted. And it's a real shame, really, it is, isn't it? Because he could have gone on to being good. Um, but yeah, Arteta's definitely going to have to prove himself. I think he's going to have. But I said, you're going to have the right summer, because he's had plenty of windows to get it right, and he obviously hasn't. So yeah, for me, I think that is definitely a big sort of issue that we're having, that he hasn't brought in that striker, because I think we've not replaced Aubameyang. I mean, Aubameyang, whatever, that's in the past now. But I do think we should have brought in. I definitely think we should have brought in someone else, and it's a real shame, because Havertz just came in. If we're being honest, I wasn't keen on Havertz when he came in, but I do think Arteta has improved Havertz. But Havertz isn't an answer if you want to win the league. Havertz can help us with goals, he can contribute, but I don't think he's going to really get us the amount of goals that we need him to. But I'm happy with Havertz. His confidence has actually grown quite a lot during his time at Arsenal, so that is definitely something that I can really say that I'm happy about. Um, but yeah, we're going to have a really big summer ahead. I think we need quite a few good players. Obviously, Kepa is pretty much announced. I know officially it hasn't been announced, but that is obviously going to be announced pretty soon. I think that's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, Kepa's pretty much done, which I can't really argue about. I think that isn't bad at all. Um, so yeah, I think Arteta is definitely. I do believe he's definitely doing stuff behind the scenes. I do think a lot is probably happening that we're not seeing and we're not aware of. Um, but I think we do have to get it right, and we have to bring in the right players. Obviously, at this moment in time, Mendy is done. Nordegaard's done and Kepa's done. So yeah, I think we are doing business, but I think it's not the business we want yet. I think we want that striker, want that to be announced. So yeah, I think Arteta is pretty much. I think Arteta has a lot of control really in what we do, and I'm excited to see Berta if Berta's going to challenge him, if Berta's going to make it a little bit more difficult. But as I said, I'm really happy to see who we are going to bring in the summer. I think we do have to be a little bit more patient, see what is around the corner, what is going to happen for Arsenal. But yeah, I do. I'm feeling hopeful, obviously, but we're going to have to see which striker we are going to bring in. Um, Emery back to win the league. Arteta bottled at 33%, in my opinion. Arteta's factory spent £824 million. Don't tell me he couldn't have brought a number 9, especially considering Arteta main words. I get the final set transfers. Yeah, I do think we definitely. I don't know. I can't argue with that. I don't know why he's not brought in any strikers in. He's had plenty of chances. I do completely agree with that. And there's nothing I can say to argue against that point. I think he's definitely had plenty of time to do that. So yeah, I really agree with that. I think he's had so much time. I don't know why he's not ever had that opportunity. Why he's not done that why he's not replaced Bank, why he's not brought in any other players to do that. So yeah, I do completely agree with your comment. Um, Ever since Wenger focused on top four as the goal to rebuild the stadium, the board's business model remains the same, in without. But yeah, I mean, obviously, some of you guys have supported Arsenal for a lot longer than I have, but I think I do really believe that Wenger did a really good job to do what he had to do. It wasn't. I mean, Arsenal were a team that would win things, not challenge, not compete for top four. So I think at the same token, it wasn't good enough in a way, but I think Wenger did all he could. Um, but I think to be in the place where we are now, we had a disappointing season. I'm disappointed with the season that we had. I cannot deny that. That season wasn't good enough for me. To finish, like that wasn't good enough. I mean, the league was just so disappointing. For me, we never really competed, did we at all? So I think for me that was real disappointing. But yeah, obviously, we're gonna have to see how it does go. But yeah, I think when Emery took over, it was very difficult for him. Obviously, Wenger, um, we always used to get top four, and then when Arteta came in, he struggled to get top four with the team that we had. So I think the managers that have come to Arsenal have always done the best. But like we said, Arteta has had his tools now. I think, like a great point by AJ. I mean, Arteta's had so many chances to bring in a striker. I think Arteta's wanted to build his defence up to the attack, and there's some people who are saying now he has actually built the defence. So the defence is really good. I mean, Timber's great. Saliba, Gabriella, Skelly, and then we've got a few other players like Calafiori who will probably have different opinions on, but I think I can definitely say, and Raya as well, he's definitely done a spectacular job defensively, but now Arteta has to get it right in the attack. He's got to bring in the right attacking players because we have a great defence to win the league, but we do not have a good attack to win the league, and I think that's the biggest problem that we're having right now. Um, Prime example, the summer he bought Kai Havertz for £65 million. He could have brought in Ivan Toney, two strikers for 64. Yeah, I do actually agree with that. I'd have been happy with Ivan Toney, to be honest with you. I think he would definitely have fitted in Arsenal. People used to say to me that he reminds Ivan Toney could be, like an Ian Wright, and I saw that with how he played. So yeah, I just feel like it's a real shame that it hasn't. He could have done things differently, and he hasn't, and that's really frustrating. And I think maybe Edu had different opinions, and I think Arteta's like you said before, Arteta's definitely had final say on things, but obviously it is what it is, and we're just gonna have to move forward and bring in the right players, really. But I do agree with that. A big up Stephen Kelly. I hope you got greetings from San Francisco. Big up yourself. Great to see you in here. I would definitely agree. The defense has been, yeah, I think we can all agree the defense has been very well built, but ultimately our attack now needs to be our focus. And there I've spoken about us being linked to a defender, but I think we need to just focus on our attack now because attacking our midfield is definitely got to be our way forward because I just think I think we're all pretty tired of t talking about defenders now. We have enough defenders. Um, no announcement this morning have even been to the big shop. Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing. I don't think anything's going to be announced for a little while. I know, like I said before, Kepa, Zubimendi, um, Nordegaard, they'll be announced next. But other than that, as you said, nothing has really happened. So it is a real disappointment, really, that nothing's really happened. Nothing's been officially announced, which obviously I am quite disappointed about. But it's what it is, really. We're gonna have to just see how we get on. The best big up yourself. The best rumor is all about Arsenal, but the best selling is everywhere else. Yeah, a great point. We are all seeing everything happen other than Arsenal, and we're hearing all these rumors, but nothing is actually happening, and it's so frustrating. I completely agree with you. Um, yeah, I mean, Jesus for me, I think I Jesus is a player that I think I thought would have been someone a lot better than what he has been. I think he's had so many injuries, it's crazy. I did not expect him to pick up these many injuries at all. But with Jesus, it's a shame. I'm sure he's frustrated himself with the injuries that he's picked up as well. Um, our defence is solid. We could field a team. We really could. I mean, it's crazy how many defenders we have. We do not need any more defenders. I'm not gonna lie to you. Arteta does not need. We do not need any. I mean, if like say it's a cup game and Arteta thinks I want to give Gabriel or Saliba a rest. I mean, at this moment in time, I do not know who's staying here at Arsenal. But I feel like you could clearly just play Calafiori, Kivior, maybe keep Saliba, Gabriel there, and then you could play do a Skelly, Ben White. You have plenty of options there. Like you have quite a few options to play. I mean, I keep forgetting Ben White is still at Arsenal. Like Ben White is probably going to be a squad player. I mean, Timber for me has should be a starter. I think that he's done a really good job. Um, but yeah, I think we've got enough options defensively, so I do not know where we're looking at defence right now. I know things could happen, but I think we're okay for the time being. Which news source do you trust? Well, listen, when I look on the internet, I always stick with yeah, the BBC. Yeah, obviously them. Um, I think Fabrizio Romano. I mean, it's not. I think when I look on, I look on Twitter a lot for news and stuff, but he's reliable. David Ornstein's reliable. But obviously, yeah, I'm with you. The BBC, I always check on that, but there's a lot of rubbish that goes on that isn't true. So I do sort of see what is out there that is actually reliable, because there will be a lot of stuff out there in the news that isn't reliable. So, and there'll be things that I do take with a pinch of salt. So yeah, it's a tough one, really. Um, yeah, Ben White. Yeah, I like Ben White. I think it's hard because he's had his injuries that maybe his starting position is sort of faded a bit. I think him and Timber will definitely be competing. For sure. I think with Ben White, when he came in Arsenal, I think he did really good. I think he surprised a lot of people. But ultimately, when injuries happen, which has happened last season, it will get you out of the team and it will give other players those chances to start. So I do feel a bit for Ben White because I do think he's a solid player. I think I would say he's better attacking wise than Timber, but I think Timber's better defensively. Um, Obviously Timber has been my player of the season and he's probably my starter, but I think Ben White does deserve a bit of a chance too. I think they kind of all do. Um, but yeah, it's a very difficult one because I think Ben White is going to be a good squad player, especially in these cup games. I think he's going to really help us. So yeah, I think Timber, like you said, he is solid, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did get a bit of money for him though. Either. Someone said Piers Morgan before. Yeah, I saw that. That's funny. Um, we always sign a player who's troubled by injuries. I think with the injuries, we never know how it's going to be. I mean, Sinchenko has been out quite a while at times. Jesus, Tomiyasu, Partey. It is crazy how many injuries these players get, but ultimately we just don't know that this is going to happen. We just can't predict these things, to be honest with you. These things, can just happen around the corner. So yeah, obviously we just don't know. Sorry, going on Scotland, I completely went through this. She says, smash like, subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. But yeah, if you're watching this, guys, do comment any questions you guys have for me. I'll probably stay on here for 10 to 15 more minutes. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to send them in. Don't forget to obviously like this video. Do subscribe here if you like my content as well. Like I said, I'm back most days with obviously Arsenal women content, men's content. Obviously, with the Euros coming up next week, I'll be doing stuff on that as well. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to go through. For me, we need a whole attack apart from Saka and Ethan. Yeah, I mean, our attack is definitely a big problem. Saka, definitely. Saka, Waneri are two that I love. We didn't. Arteta stopped playing Waneri towards the end of the season, which I don't get why, but we saw them, and I like what I see. Definitely Saka as well, but I think I've always said this. Trossard's much better coming off the bench. He just has this energy and this fire in him that I really admire. Martinelli, my thing that with Martinelli, I feel like he holds on the ball too much, overthinks things too much, and I think that's letting him down in his game. So I think that's a big problem with him. But yeah, I think our attack, we all know, definitely needs some improvement for sure. I think that's definitely a part of a part of the game we need to improve. And then we need a striker. A striker will get you a good amount of goals, but the attacking players should be helping out as well. So, and that's probably why we've done so well, because Saka's provided a lot of goals. I mean, a few seasons ago we were scoring quite a lot of goals, so a lot of other teams were able to help with the goals. So yeah, I think there's been a lot of factors why we've survived. There's been quite a few players that have helped out. Whoops, 9:30 off to a Slack meeting. Always enjoy. Wow, that is early. Thank you for popping in. It's really kind of you to pop into my show. We let go of the previous titles. Quality alone doesn't work in football. Sometimes you've got to be ruthless or even mischievous. It's a fight, not a contest. I think, like I said, there's going to be times where you'll have to win. You might not deserve to win, but you're going to have to get that win. And I think bringing a striker, bringing an attacker will definitely help you with that. So yeah, for me, that's definitely something that we have to improve on. So yeah, I just hope that we can obviously bring in the right players going forward, that we can bring in we can have the right squad depth, the right attacking players. I mean, I think we could do quite maybe 3 attacking players. Obviously, Steven Mendy's done, Nordegaard's done, obviously Kepa as a backup. So yeah, I personally don't think we need any defenders at the club. I think we have plenty already. So, but obviously we'll probably buy a defender because Arteta likes defenders anyway. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens with that. I am gonna end the show, guys, in about 5 minutes. I have been on here for over an hour. If you guys have any last questions you want me to answer, I will happily do that, of course. But yeah, I really do obviously appreciate your support as well for my show today. And yeah, do send a few questions if you guys have. And yeah, do you like this video, guys? And of course, subscribe here if you're new. I'm back here most days as well, doing Arsenal content. Had a break yesterday, which was nice. So I'll chat about the transfers, but obviously I do enjoy these videos. I really do. I have always enjoyed this content. But yeah, when there's always updates, I will always be back. I will always come on here and yeah, do rumours, do transfer videos, and obviously I hope something gets announced soon. I know Skelly, Gabrielle have been our announcements lately, but I just hope we can get to see more get done, more happen for sure. I really hope we can. I hope we can get excited again and see more signings, because I think not much has really been happening, has it? So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. We'll hear more in the next few days. Obviously, today I did speak a bit about a few players. Obviously, spoke about Eze, which I do hope we sign. If there's any more updates on Eze, I will be back. Obviously, spoke about Lewis Skelly as well, which obviously delighted about him. And yeah, obviously, it's been really great to chat with you all today. As I said, I'm really grateful for all of you that have popped in today and enjoyed my show. It's been really great. I just want to check I've not missed any questions you guys have dropped in. I do appreciate all of you guys in the chat have sent me a lot of questions. yeah, so yeah, thank you all obviously for watching my show. It's been really enjoyable. I've had a great time. And like I said, I'll be back. Probably you might see me tomorrow. You might see me on Sunday. But as I'm always saying, I'm always going to do content. But yeah, I hope you'll have a wonderful evening. I'll be back very soon. As I said, when anything gets announced, I'll be back here straight away. So yeah, I will see you all soon. I hope you'll have a wonderful evening. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.